Good morning, everybody. This is the Extreme Rules predictions video for 2013. It's been a good while since WWE has put on a good Monday Night Raw to support the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It's not as bad as like the December lull that I go through every year, where I just sort of like fall out of wrestling until January comes along to pump up for the Royal Rumble. Never really been a big fan of the TLC pay-per-views the last few years. It just seems like, with all the holidays and everything like that going on, normally I can, stay awake and stay, stay into wrestling the month after WrestleMania, but just the match selections that they've gone along with this time, and the feuds they've done with, and just the shows they've done, has sort of almost turned me off to Extreme Rules, knowing that it's going to be a loser. It sort of sucks that they came out and they told us that Rock was going to be there, and now, Rock's injured and he's not going to be there, and they didn't really find a way to really patch the holes for us to have, a perfect show. It sucks not having CM Punk around. Brock Lesnar's there, but he's in a feud that feels like we've seen since last August, even though they didn't have a match all the way from August all the way through April. It feels like, they've had a match every pay-per-view, and it just seems like we've seen this 1,000 times. So, let's get down to picking these shows. By the way, with all that, I'm going to end up watching this show, so I don't know why I'm batching this show so bad. I watch all the pay-per-views, so there's no way that this one's going to be any different than any other ones. But pre-show match that makes no sense at all. Two guys just being thrown out there. Hey, you guys go out there and have a match. The Miz versus Cody Rhodes. Two of the last real good Intercontinental champions they've had, but there's nothing behind it. No number one contendership or anything like that. Like, it's just two guys. You two go out there and have a match. Like, they've almost said, who cares about this YouTube pre-show anymore? I don't know if the YouTube pre-show is going to keep going or if it's going to end now that Yahoo has signed this deal. Once the YouTube deal, ends, I don't know if they're moving it over or if it's just not going to happen anymore or what they're doing. But I'll take The Miz to win this match. It seems that when I watched the main event the other day, The Miz was back on commentary for the first time in a month. And the show was basically all about him, and they're trying to build him up. But I could see him winning this match because of that. Sheamus versus Mark Henry in a strap match. A lot of people think that Mark Henry might be turning babyface. If Mark Henry turns babyface, you might as well slap that red sling on him, call him Mr. Kool-Aid again. He needs to stay heel. That's the way that his character has been seen as the most intimidating, and the more you care about him. Like, I can't believe how much. Since Mark Henry was dying basically on Raw as a face, and they finally did the heel turn. He won the title, and ever since then, when he's around, he seems legitimate, and he seems like somebody that could win a match here or there. It's not just like, oh, here comes Mark Henry, can't wait to see him get squashed. Sheamus will win this match for sure, and then I don't know what they do with Henry there, but there's a lot of. It seems like SmackDown has more legitimate guys that could be going for the World Heavyweight Championship more than Raw has on the A show going for the WWE Championship, which is really, really weird. But Randy Orton versus Big Show in Extreme Rules match. I'll pick Big Show to win this match for the one reason I can't even remember the last time Orton won a real big match. From there we go to Chris Jericho against Fandango. Fandango will win this match. Chris Jericho is the jobber of the mid-card stars. And there's no doubt in my mind that they have this all set up to push Fandango to see how far he will go. WWE really doesn't follow the trends that well. They understand when things get popular. They don't understand when things get unpopular, and they think they can just keep forcing it at you, and you're gonna like it even more. The Fandango craze became because it was created by the fans. It wasn't because it was shoved down our throats by WWE. It was fun for a while. It's not fun anymore. Kofi Kingston, Dean Ambrose. Well, this is where all those group of matches with the Shields are. A whole bunch of people are picking the Shield to win their matches and become champions, where all the guys could show up on Monday Night Raw and have all the belts in their own little deal. I like the deal where the Shield was undefeated. They've lost 2 matches in a row via disqualification. I don't know if that ends the streak or doesn't end the streak in your book, but in my mind, it does. I mean, you can't just go out there and keep cheating to make sure that you're not pinned, just so you can say that you haven't been beat yet. If you have to jump in and save a 3 count on a 2 to get disqualified, like Dean Ambrose did for Seth Rollins on main event, you're going to lose the match anyways. You might as well just say you lost. But I don't know. The group is cool enough, just all dressed in black with their I don't know if they're bulletproof vests or whatever they wear. That looks badass enough. They don't need belts around their waist, and putting them all in titles matches I think is a big mistake. I don't want to see Ambrose win the United States Championship. I don't want to see the Shield win the Tag Team Championship. I know that both of these titles are very irrelevant in WWE today, and I know that a lot of people are saying even if they win it, they don't have to defend them that much because it's not like they're defended that much. If you put titles on these guys and make them they don't defend them, you make them look even weaker than they are. I don't think anybody liked what they did with Antonio Cesaro, where he won the U.S. title and he kept on having these matches and he just would lose week after week after week. But hey, he's still the champion, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does matter when you see a guy that you think is going to be the next big thing and he's losing week after week after week. But just because he loses in a way where he keeps his title doesn't really make sense to me. And they kept on booking him in like these matches against big stars like Randy Orton, and he would lose, but it would be a non-title match. What's the point of having the champion if he's going to be having non-title matches? Any match he has should be a title match. That's just the way I look at it. So, saying all that, I'll pick, you know what? I don't really see them picking up the United States Championship. I don't know how they're going to pull it off where he loses, but I'll pick Kofi to keep the United States Championship over Dean Ambrose. But I will pick the Shield to beat Team Hell No for the tag team titles. Just the way I see it going down. From there, we have an I Quit match for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. No way I'm not going to have this and not pick Jack Swagger to win this match. Both of these guys are really cold going into this match, but I see Swagger having more devastation, doing run-ins and things on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So I think they're building up Swagger more than they are Del Rio right now. Swagger versus Dolph Ziggler at the next pay-per-view, if they're able to do it at Payback. I think that would be pretty cool just to see, because they have the backstory of them having their own little faction, and then you could see Vicky Guerrero getting involved on Monday Night Raw doing some things, because she was just in there just as well. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in the cage. Let's all say that Brock Lesnar kills Triple H. They push Triple H, they throw him right into a casket, and it's all over from there. Please, no more of this. Please, no more. John Cena versus Ryback in a last man standing match for the WWE Championship. I'm going to pick... I really want to pick Cena to win this match because I think he's going to keep a title. But to keep it really fresh, keep it something new, with no CM Punk around, I'm going to pick Ryback to win the title and see what happens from there, because I think that would be fun to put us on the chase. Even when CM Punk comes back, maybe he can come back and he can stop John Cena at Payback from winning the title. Then Ryback would go on to have a singles feud against somebody else, creating somebody else a #1 contender for the WWE Championship, while Punk and Cena can have some matches that don't revolve around a championship. That's all in my mind. Build that feud up, see what they land on the greatest rivalries thing. So after Sunday, see you guys again, and we'll talk some good old Extreme Rules 2013 pay-per-view. Peace out.